walk around showing off your body cause it sells. Plus to avoid the fact that you ain't got skills.
So can you show me?
Yes, of course.
Show me some.
Basically, so you have the hand on the record.
Okay.
You have the tip of the sound that corresponds to the needle.
Okay.
And then you just go back and forth in rhythm. Exactly like that. This is the baby strap where you don't have to worry about this.
Oh, I don't have to worry about
No,
that.
because this is a button in order to blend both turntables.
Oh,
so
okay.
far, you just worry about
Okay.
your hand motion.
Hey.
With variations, exactly like that.
Okay. So the next level will be when you add this.
Yes, when you
Oh.
involve what we call the crossfader.
Awesome stuff. That's dope. So if you can put the volume softer when you do that. Cool. Awesome. Love it. Okay, hey now, did you see that? I just touched the volume. People, it's a walk with Mel, hanging out with DJ No Jokes, No Joe. Ça va bien? It's out there, it's
Ça va bien, merci.
Ça va bien, merci.
Et toi?
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
I want to ask you, I'm not French, you know that. The difference between, I mean, there's different types of decks here. So can you just explain to me?
Obviously, we have different setups. This is the most common setup I use on an everyday basis because these turntables are the Technics well-known SL 1210s. So 1210s because they're black, 1200s if they're silver color.
Wow.
This is a club standard. This has been a standard in the industry forever.
Wow.
So basically, when you go to a club, you know they're gonna be able to provide these
I get
decks.
you. I get you.
So, and this mixer is what we call a battle mixer.
Okay.
So 2-channel mixer because I only use 2 decks.
I got you.
And Pioneer has become a standard in the industry as
Really?
well. So this is common to be able to ask for this type of mixer.
Okay, so everyone
in the
should
club.
have that.
Yes.
I get you. I get you.
And this mixer goes along with a laptop
Okay.
so that you can use to control.
I get you.
Sounds
I
into
get
the
you. I get you. And then moving along.
So here we have a very common 2-channel mixer just made for scratching. The turntable though is interesting because it's different. It has a MIDI in and out, MIDI in actually
Yeah.
connection, which allows the platter,
Yeah.
the platter speed to
Yeah.
be controlled with these buttons. These buttons
Oh.
actually correspond to a piano scale.
What?
So basically, this is a synthesizer
Uh-huh.
that I can use, and the modulation I will add on this synthesizer is the scratching abilities.
Amazing, amazing
Yes.
stuff. That's dope. And then that one is dope. I think that's your name on
So-
there, right?
Yes, that's my name on the record.
Love it,
but
love it.
just with my logo.
That's so dope.
That turntable is also a mixer because, as you can see, you have all the buttons that correspond to these
Yes.
channels and this channel. So this turntable was created by Vestax, a brand that unfortunately no longer exists
Wow.
since 2014. And this turntable has been developed by DJ Qbert, one of the pioneers and one of the greatest
Sure.
to ever do it.
Amazing.
And yes, it's a unique item because there are like 800 of these
What?
worldwide.
Exclusive.
Yes, this is something I couldn't afford when it came out as a young DJ or whatever.
Yeah.
Then I bought it secondhand when I could afford it.
Amazing. That's so dope. And we are back, people. It's a walk with Mel, and today is about to be a fabulous day. It's Friday, it's weekend special, and we're hanging out with the one and only DJ No Jokes, No Joe, all the way from Paris, and he's out here in Cape Town. It's so cool to have you here, man.
Thank you.
And I'm loving the vibe that you showed us earlier. And I mean, the name is obviously, it says it all. It's No Jokes. But tell us how you got that name.
No Joke, No Joe is actually a pretty recent name because
Okay.
I had another name,
Okay.
another DJ name prior to that, which was DJ Watson. DJ Watson wasn't meaning a lot for me. As for my first gig, I was 15 years old, something like that, and I was asked, what's your DJ name? I didn't have a name. I was focused on the dates and not necessarily.
I get you.
You know,
because you like what you're doing.
No,
You don't
yes,
care about the
I
name.
was in my bedroom, you know, practicing and stuff. I didn't imagine. For me, it was not becoming famous in the clubs. So it was just DJing for me. And so when I was asked, I just said DJ Watson. I don't know. It's the first thing that
It
came
just came
out.
to your mind.
Then No Joke has a kind of different history. It's Nojo in French slang is my name. So basically, all my friends call me Nojo since maybe I was 8 or 10 years old.
Wow.
So Nojo came along with, you know, the sound that it produces.
I get you. That's
And,
cool.
and you know, when you're on the DJ scene, you want a name with an impact. So DJ
It must
No
make sense
Joke
as well.
Yes.
Love it. That's so dope. And then what would you say was your first introduction when it comes to hip hop?
Hip hop, my first introduction was thanks to my sister, 10 years elder than me, and she actually brought me a Wu-Tang album when I was 8. When I was 8 years old, and that was it. I was amazed by what was the energy that was happening, even though this is the worst master ever on a hip hop album. But the energy was amazing, the sound
so
was
dope.
amazing, the flow, because I couldn't understand English at first. Then I wanted to learn
But
lyrics.
it's so cool, no? That hip hop connects us all. It doesn't
Yes,
matter
it
what
does.
language you speak. I mean, we're from different countries, but I mean, we connected through hip hop, through music.
Yes.
And then, how did the DJing start? I know you played piano before when you were younger, and
Yes.
then things changed for you at a competition, if I have it correctly.
Yes, again, my sister who
Hey,
was
you're a
my
dope
sister is
I think I need her as my sister.
yeah, big shout out to my sister. She dragged me to the DMC World Finals happening in Paris in 1998. The DMC is a DJ competition basically. So there were the best cats on the planet
Wow.
who were there, and it was the only year in Paris for the World Finals. So she got tickets for me, and then I heard the DJs, and I was in the zone, even though I wasn't playing, you know.
Wow.
And I thought, okay, I was making music, the piano, and I thought this is the logical step
I got you.
in order to be an actor of hip hop.
Got you. That is so dope.
Remaining in music, but
It's just a different angle,
switching the angle.
Different angle. And then tell me, were you self-trained? Or did someone teach
Yes,
you?
yes.
How did
No,
that work?
I was at first training in a friend's record shop. So just messing around the records, because without techniques, he wasn't a DJ. He was just a record seller in reggae. So he wasn't kind of DJing. And I started just messing around with records, and I met someone who showed me the few basic movements.
Sure.
My mentor, kind of.
Wow.
And then I was just practicing on my own and being self-taught, and sharing ideas with other fellow DJs.
That's amazing. And then what would you say, like, on your journey so far, what was the challenges that you faced as a DJ?
Basically, when being a DJ, the career plan is you first start DJing in clubs and stuff like that. So yes, it was the first steps, but then I pretty quickly evolved into scratching, integrating bands. So different music genres, not sticking to hip hop, but bringing my hip hop vibe to those different elements.
That's dope.
So I've recorded music with rock bands, house bands, house producers, hip hop producers, obviously, jazz bands as well, because
Amazing.
turntablism mixes really well with jazz. We have the same kind of
The flow, probably,
interpretation of music.
I got you.
Impro in scratching is part of the game since day one. It's not like when learning classical violin, or you have your parts and stuff and you play the parts. No, you are being taught techniques, but then you have to arrange those techniques since day one on your own.
Wow.
So this is impro is part of the journey, and this is the biggest challenge.
That's so
I
dope.
guess.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at this thing right here, it looks like you built it. Did you build this? Did you like?
I didn't. I added a lot of stickers in order to hide the misery of the turntable.
Really?
That was
wow.
a bit.
Tell us more about this. I have seen it before, something similar, but tell us more about this.
This is a portable turntable, and this you can see cables, but nothing is plugged into power. It's just on
Not
batteries.
like the decks we saw earlier, yeah.
Yes, so this is regular speaker, you know. I have beats on my phone, and what I can do is that by adding this crossfader, which is an extra feature.
So you added that yourself?
Yes, it's just a piece you buy on the on internet. You add it, and you are able to cut on your portable turntable.
That is a mad.
Which was not meant to be a cutting table. It was meant just to listen to records.
What?
And a few DJs who were also probably electric nerds.
Yeah.
They came along with modifications. So with start-stop button, I have added to the turntable a switch that allowed me to increase or decrease the platter speed, and the crossfader that now allows me to cut in the music. So
that is so dope.
this is a way of traveling.
Amazing.
This is a way of
It makes it
traveling with
easier.
my art form.
It's portable. That's so dope. People, you are watching A Walk with Mel. Make sure you like the page Mel Yo Bell. You can catch us on Twitter and Instagram, Melrock Lizzo. If you have any questions for the one and only DJ No Jokes No Joe, please ask us. We want to speak to you guys as the show is going. We're taking a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Here we go, it's a vibe out here. DJ No Jokes, No Joe in the building. Come on, Cape Town. Here we go. A Walk with Mel. Here we go. Paris. Here we go. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe. Hey, lekker tea. So dope, people. If you have just joined us, Bas J. Nonetheless, the show repeats on Monday at 8 a.m. But we want to hear from you people, so please check us out, Value Pal on Facebook. We're on Twitter, Melrock Liz on Instagram. If you have any questions for the one and only DJ No Jokes, we wanna hear from you. And we spoke about your journey, how you started and everything, and I mean about the school portable machine. And you also mentioned something earlier, and something that I read on your bio, which is touching me. You said that DJing is a vehicle of transmission of the culture. Why did you say that?
Yes, because when you get passionate about something and you dig really far into the art form and you explore all the different eras and schools, such as new school, old school, you know.
Yeah.
You just want to then transmit your art form, and that's just a logical way when you are confident enough with it, I guess. It's a logical step.
That makes sense.
And on top of that, because it's an element of hip hop, you don't just transmit a technique of scratching or whatever. You transmit a speech. You transmit.
Sure.
Okay, so where that sample comes from? You transmit all of this, and you transmit all the ideas that were vehiculated by hip hop back in the days, and how it took place, how it took over poverty, how it took over misery, and divided people and stuff.
So true.
I'm trying to relate all the techniques I teach to students within the era it was also introduced. So
not forgetting the
history,
past.
Political history, equipment history is important as well, because we evolve as DJs. We have different ways of expressing ourselves.
That's so well said. Speaking about obviously hip hop and back then, what would you want to bring back from way back to now, if you could, if you had that superpower?
Good DJing. No, I mean this is a bite from DJ Craze.
Okay.
Big DJ Craze. He's 3 times world champion.
Wow.
And yes, I would bring back good DJing. I mean by that, DJing records and ability to be different from the next DJ, because nowadays with our softwares and stuff and DJ pools online, people tend to download the top 10 DJ charts and they all play the same sets all over the world.
I see you.
And
there's no creativity, there's no uniqueness.
Yes. So what I like to see or hear when I go to a DJ party, I don't want to hear him scratch or whatever
Yeah.
for.
Yes.
No, I don't
It's
want
old,
that
yeah.
because I do that. I can do that. But I want him to make me listen to records I don't know, but I will vibe to. That's the thing. So,
Well said.
good digging and good selection of tracks.
I get what you're saying. What would you say has this journey taught you so far?
Everything, because since my young age, I based everything on hip hop. I thought hip hop was so positive to me that everything I did was related to hip hop. Whether study philosophy, whether studying, French or whatever, I did it with a hip hop kind of mentality.
I got you.
Transmitting, open mind, tolerance. That's what it taught me. How
get you.
try to be a good,
get
a good
you.
partner. A good,
Wow.
So yes, basically
Lekker.
everything.
Lovely. And then you've traveled all over the world. You're in Cape Town now. I say all over the world. Maybe it's not like maybe there's a few countries you still need to go to, but
yes.
you know what I mean.
Still a few.
So if you look at the scenes, Cape Town or South Africa, or let me say Cape Town versus Paris, what would you say? The differences for you.
Cape Town, I was really surprised by the local hip hop scene that is here. But unfortunately, I've noticed a huge lack of resource. And which means that the scene cannot grow together, and it's still a matter here, really a big problem, I think, in Cape Town. I mean, Western Cape.
Yeah.
But there is a local scene with true activists of the movement. So I'm not losing hope. I have faith in Cape Town.
That's so dope.
In hip hop.
Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. What is the vision for you as an artist? If you look at yourself, what would you say is the vision for you? What do you want people to take away from you when you do your thing on the decks?
I just, when I do my thing and I showcase, I just want them to have a good time, because that's, let's not forget, this is entertainment. When I'm transmitting, when I'm teaching, there's something deeper. But when I'm showcasing, I just want people to have a good time, and people maybe to come and, big ups to me.
Yes, big up to the one and only.
Yes, this is always pleasant, as a DJ, and no requests.
Yes, people do that. Yeah. Can you please play the song? Yeah, I know.
I always say yes. I
And you don't.
No.
Tell me, what kept you motivated to keep on doing this every single day, even on the bad days?
The different aspects I can find in turntablism.
Okay.
On a bad day, I can listen to good records and just not touch them, just listen to good records. On a good day, I could just get into my zone, the natural high, you reach when playing wherever the instrument is.
I get you.
At some point within the number of hours of practice, you get into a zone, and that keeps you away from any other problems you have in life.
Sure, that is so true, yeah.
And the art form itself. Pushing the art form, incrementing my game every day. This is what.
And if you can give yourself a call, your younger self, or a voice note, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Oh, don't rush. Don't rush.
Be patient.
Yes, be patient. Be patient, because it's when being patient you really find your true objectives in life, your true goals. You encounter your true goals when being patient.
That's well said. And the last few questions, highlights in your journey. What was the nice moments for you on this journey so far?
The nicest moment? Probably traveling to Cuba. It was a long time ago, but the experience for a young 17 years old European, male, being put into a position into a communist country and stuff, and face other realities was probably the most important experience that turntablism brought me.
Amazing. And then obviously you teach as well. So social media, if people want to, connect with you, how can they catch you?
John Colin on Facebook. You will probably see my logo. This is the first on the pitch. And otherwise, No Joke No Joe on Instagram, and this is the best platform for
Awesome.
me to
And
communicate.
then what advice would you give to the young people watching? If there's people that wants to follow in your footsteps, what advice would you?
Practice. This is a very common sentence we say, but
So important.
nowadays with Instagram and stuff, the social media,
So true.
people get impatient.
Because it's quick. Everything is
because
quick.
it's quick. But being able to handle a turntable and a crossfader takes time. It's
Sure.
like playing the piano, playing the trumpet, playing the
Anything.
violin. It takes time.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing that, man.
Thank you, Mel.
DJ No Jokes, No Joe. You better check him out on social media, people. And please remember to follow us on all social media platforms. You can catch the repeat of this specific show if you just joined us. I'm so sorry. But catch the repeat on Monday morning, 8 a.m. on your favorite channel, Cape Town TV, channel 263. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you guys.